Here's a clip from the Southwestern Lead app.
Hey everyone, and welcome to our series, 7 Habits That Make You Feel Amazing and Win at Life. If you're a human being, which I hope you are, you've probably been told by your parents, teachers, or friends that you really should have certain habits. But when you hear the word should, it can sometimes make you feel like you're automatically behind in something, which instantly demotivates you. And then you can end up wanting to do those things even less, or you end up doing them out of obligation, and not because you genuinely want to. And that's just not fun. So, the goal of these videos is to give you a new perspective on why certain habits are something to get excited about building and not things to have to dread having to do. So, we'll talk about the most common habits that you've heard you should be doing, like eating well or exercising, but we'll also talk about ones you may have never heard of before. We'll bust some myths, give practical tips, and hopefully at the end of the series, you'll be more excited to do things that make you feel amazing and win at life. Let's go. You've probably heard that you need to go to the gym for an hour to get a good workout, or you need all this equipment and knowledge about lifting weights or how to use exercise machines. And for some people, you might think that sounds unrealistic, which it often is, especially if you're in school. So, unless you're an athlete where exercise is already built into your schedule, it's really easy to say, I don't have any time or energy and not do any activity at all. But the truth is, just a 20-minute walk does wonders. Getting your heart rate up makes blood flow to your brain. It's proven to elevate your mood, and it can even lead to feeling more confident. You can even do it while you're listening to music, a podcast, or catching up with a friend. Some more examples are having a 20-minute dance party in your room, which is what I like to do. Or if you're feeling ambitious, you can look up bodyweight exercises on YouTube and other things like that. Jumping jacks and squats, everybody knows how to do those. Those are 2 simple exercises, and if you do them intermittently, it's a really easy way to get your heart rate up, and that's what I like to do, where I kind of mix it with dancing, and I do it to really fast-paced music, so that's my way of exercising. The main takeaway here is that you don't have to do it all, but doing something, even just a few times a week, leads to increased feelings of amazingness. So I hope this video gave you something to think about. Maybe you should go for a walk and reflect on it. Take a photo of you breaking a sweat however you like to, and email us at lead@southwestern.com or DM us a photo on Instagram.
Southwestern Lead is an international leadership program that helps you build skills, gain confidence, and discover new opportunities. With professional coaching, a world-class digital learning platform, and certifications that will enhance your resume or application, Lead sets you apart. We'll show you how to turn success principles into success habits through small group training, one-on-one coaching, and guided action plans to help you apply what you're learning. It takes more than academics to reach your goals. See what one of America's oldest leadership training programs can do for you. Visit southwesternlead.com.
Everybody knows you're supposed to eat right. But what is right? Nothing but kale, chicken, and seaweed? Certainly not. There are a ton of myths we can bust when it comes to diet and nutrition. Some people actually believe you're supposed to eat as few calories as possible in a day, but that's highly dangerous and just plain wrong. Significant calorie restriction and going on diets or limiting certain food groups should not be the norm and only done if it's recommended by your doctor. Our bodies need a certain number of calories to function properly, and that includes our brains. Some people think that eating right only affects your body from the neck down, but it has a huge effect on your mental health as well. So we need enough calories, and we need foods that fuel our bodies and brains adequately. So when it comes to calories, you may have heard that everybody should aim for about 2,000 calories a day. But the recommended number actually changes based on your age, sex, and activity level. So this chart from eatright.org lays out what you should specifically be aiming for. So I recommend looking at your category and writing it down. It's nice to know what you should be aiming for to make sure you're not eating way less or way more than is recommended. Remember, this video series is called 7 Habits That Make You Feel Amazing and Win at Life. And not eating enough can lead to feeling super tired, experiencing hair loss, skin problems, depression, and constipation. Eating too much makes our stomachs expand beyond their normal size, pushes up against other organs, which are also working harder than normal to secrete extra enzymes and hormones to break down the food. So this leads to feeling sluggish, drowsy, and uncomfortable. So both eating too little or too much also lead to sleep problems, and we need our sleep. And here's the thing. Learning how many calories you're typically eating in a day is important for reasons we just talked about, but it's also important not to be a psycho about it. Getting obsessive about eating the exact number of calories needed, ironically, isn't good for your mental health. So don't be too hard on yourself, listen to your body, and eat to feel good. So here are some practical tips to eating to feel amazing. 1. Ask yourself, how can I make this meal more colorful? And obviously, I'm not talking about Pop-Tart packaging or fruit gushers, but just good old-fashioned fruits and vegetables. Find the ones you like. It's okay to stick to those. You don't have to force yourself to eat stuff you don't like. But that's a great recommendation. I also recommend, if you're not a big vegetable person in general, hiding them in smoothies is a great idea. So, one of my husband and I's favorite things to do is make smoothies where we put zucchini, sweet potatoes, cauliflower, or baby spinach in the smoothie, and you can barely taste it. So, there's a great recommendation. So take the time to continually learn about what foods are going to help you feel your best. There's so much to learn about nutrition, so it's okay if it feels overwhelming at first. And if you make a colorful meal or make a hidden veggie smoothie this week, let us know. Email us at lead@southwestern.com, and we'll see you in the next video.